With any agricultural product, be it a small farm, a nursery like Edible Acres is, or a big garden, etc., almost always one of the things you have to deal with is managing materials and resources like hoses and wheelbarrows and the like. In this video, I'd like to share a novel, really accessible, simple way that we just implemented that helps us organize hoses in the landscape. Maybe it's useful to you. Stick around. We've got this space out in the woods here. This actually was built in the year 2010, so it's about 15 years old. Looks worse for the wear, but it's pretty surprising it's still here. I'm going to link to the video of the build of this structure. It's one of the first videos that ever was up on the YouTube channel. Well, way back before Sasha and I met and had our other project, and it's still here as an interesting structure, but I really get off rails with that. This space was loaded with a pile of hoses. It's still kind of kooky in here. It still needs to be cleaned a little bit, but it's not bad for a farm storage space. And we got all of our hoses organized in a way that I really like. It's another structure out here that someday we might evolve and do some things with. This was going to be a sauna outdoor kitchen, and right now it is another place to store and organize materials that could be useful later. And that's pretty straightforward. There's some irrigation pipe we got used somewhere, and drainage tile and some other things that lean nicely against that structure. But what Juan and I worked on the other day that feels like a decent layout system for organizing hoses. It might be aesthetically a little cronky for some folks, but the concept might be extensible and useful with other ideas or other resources you have. We've got this IBC tote that can hold water. Right now this is just out in the woods for use somewhere when we need it. There's another one over here. They were 50 bucks a pop, so I grabbed them when I could, and they're deep in the shade of the woods so that they don't get sun weakness over time. And so it's been sitting here, and what we did is append these metal fence posts to the top. For years I've been collecting metal fence posts. We try to organize them in thoughtful ways by length, and if we can find them used, sometimes they're $1 a piece, sometimes they're free, $3 a piece, and this way within our lifetime we can set up animal fencing if we need, or other infrastructure. But for now they'd be better used as extensions off of this main structure. So what Juan and I did is we took some leftover fencing. So this happened to be 14 gauge metal wire. This could be rope, this could be whatever. These could be branches. This could not be an IBC, but rather the stump of a tree. You get the idea. But basically they stick out, one on this side and it goes across. It's tied there and goes on the other side, so they're not going to flip off very easily. And then we did a second course on top here. This one I think is just sitting for now because it's just holding some lightweight rope. These were twist tied in. Juan put them on the side so they maximize the interior space here. We basically have 6 really robust points that we can organize and keep off the ground. A bunch of hoses or wires or rope or whatever, and then we can slide them off pretty easily. We can get access through here, walking access along this way and that way. A riding mower with a cart can pull up along. And so a lot of different hose material. Entirely 100% of this is used or scavenged, and so having a farm where you can just kind of pick stuff up off the side of the road, or this person's throwing out some irrigation pipe, do you want it? If you can keep it off the ground and you can keep it organized, then it actually becomes useful instead of an annoyance. I wonder how many people are still watching this video. Let me know in the comments if you actually stuck with me for a bunch of minutes talking about a thing in the woods that we put some stuff on top of so we can hang some things that we found on the side of the road. Let me know what sort of ways you organize cool, scavenged, ethically sourced local materials that help facilitate growing lots of awesome plants where you live. Does this look absolutely ridiculous and bad to you? Let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts in all directions. And hopefully everyone's getting stuff a little bit more organized before they get into cozy season. I like to do fall cleaning as much as I like spring cleaning. So this kind of stuff makes me feel better about going into the dormant season, ready for another year that will be good and productive. Thanks.